In previous lecture, we have seen three types of microcontrollers. First one, PIC microcontroller, then AVR microcontroller, and third, ARM microprocessor. So, these three processors or controllers, we have only features and applications. As per current session is concerned, we are going to focus only on AVR microcontroller types. This is the smallest weightage topic as per unit number 2 is concerned. With reference to the AVR microcontroller, we have only 4 types. First type is TinyAVR microcontroller. Second one is MegaAVR microcontroller. Third one is XMEGA, and fourth one is Special AVR microcontroller. So, as per TinyAVR microcontroller is concerned, it is dedicated for very simple embedded systems, which can perform only very limited tasks and very simple tasks. It cannot be used for complex embedded systems. It cannot be used for sophisticated embedded systems. It cannot support any operating system. That's why it is treated as a TinyAVR, which can perform very simple computing applications. So, with reference to the first AVR, TinyAVR, it is the smallest AVR. Why we called it as a smallest? Because it is having very limited number of the pins. For example, in 8051, 40 pins package has been given, but here pins package starts from 8 pins only to the 28 pins. So, here we can imagine that very less pins has been provided. The meaning is that this microcontroller is programmable, but it has very less input pins, it has very less output pins, it has very limited functionality. That's why it is a tiny, and it is simplest in all the AVR family because it has very limited resources, and that's why for the programmer it is very easy to program to the limited resources only. It has only 8 kilobyte of the flash. It has limited peripherals, means very less peripherals it supports, and it is also having very less input output pins. It is used in small and low cost, low power applications. So, this is the very simple feature of TinyAVR, that it is having pins ranges from 8 to 28. It has limited input output pins. It has limited functionality. It has very less power consumption. So, these are some of the features of the TinyAVR. As per MegaAVR is concerned, it is a slightly advanced to this TinyAVR, but it is most powerful, it is most famous, it is most deployed in the embedded system. So, here we can see that as per MegaAVR is concerned, it is the most popular AVR in the family. It has flash of 256 kilobytes, and it has a lots of peripheral like analog to digital converter, universal asynchronous receive transmit, inter-integrated circuit, serial peripheral interface. So, this is also one bus which is new in this unit, serial peripheral interface. It is suitable for any general purpose embedded system like data acquisition system, we can say, or temperature control, reading something from the sensors, taking decisions and feeding to the output devices. These are the generalized application of any embedded system. So, it is suitable for all those. It comes with a variety of the signatures like Atmel's Mega 8. As Mega is the word, they have used that Mega word in each and every variant. Atmel Mega 16, Atmel Mega 32, Atmel's Mega 328. So, this is the way to remember that. ATmega means it is a MegaAVR. And finally, when we come to ATmega 328, you are very coming across very famous board, that is Arduino's board, Uno board. So it is having this microcontroller ATmega 328. It is having pins with those are ranges from 28 to 100. So this is the range. As per Tiny is concerned, it is having maximum 28, but in ATmega it is having minimum 28 and maximum 100 pins of the microcontroller package is available with the MegaAVR. As per third is concerned, it is a XMEGA, means which is extended version of the Mega microcontroller. It is used for high performance applications. That's why it comes under the high performance family of the AVR. It is having 384 kilobytes of the flash memory, and it supports advanced peripherals like direct memory access. For example, if our embedded system comprised of two different secondary memories and we ought to copy contents from one secondary memory into the second secondary memory, so in that case microcontroller can be bypassed by the direct memory access controller, and that direct memory access controller take the control of the data buses and control buses. It copy the content from one secondary memory and it can paste into the second secondary memory, bypassing the our main microcontroller. So it can reduce the load of the microcontroller. This is the simple function of the direct memory access. So our XMEGA supports that direct memory access feature. It also supports analog to digital converter, it supports analog to digital conversion, and it is used in complex embedded systems where we can use this particular controller in network enabled embedded system. We can use this for complex mathematical operations. We can utilize this microcontroller for some signal processing kind of the applications. Those are the complex applications. It comes with the variants XMEGA. Here you can see that it is a XMEGA. XMEGA is the name. So XMEGA 16, XMEGA 128. So these are the two variants. It comes with the two variants. So this is about XMEGA microcontroller. As per Special AVR is concerned, it is treated as an AVR USB family, actually universal serial bus family, because it is having inbuilt USB support. So this is the functionality which is not present in the previous XMEGA or Tiny or Mega microcontrollers. So it is having inbuilt USB. It is having it is also having CAN family, means it is having inbuilt CAN facility, that is for the controller area network. Then it is also treated as an AVR radio frequency family, that it has wireless communication support, wireless communication. So as per Special AVR is concerned, it is specialized in rather USB kind of the applications, rather CAN kind of the applications, or rather wireless communication kind of the applications. That's why it is called as a Special AVR. So when we have to transmit our signals wirelessly, we can prefer Special AVR which supports RF, radio frequencies. If we would like to connect or develop an embedded system which can support, be a node in the network, then you can prefer rather CAN or rather USB. So this topic is very small topic. This is very simple topic. It is a 2.2 AVR microcontroller types and the architecture. So only 4 types are there in our syllabus. So you can very easily just read the contents. You just you just compare their features, that what Tiny has, what Mega has, what XMEGA has, and what Special has. So accordingly you can remember this topic. This is very simple topic. Now in the next session we are going to start the features and architecture of ATmega, specifically this AVR's microcontroller. So we have its features and its architecture. So we are going to see it in the next session.